Hi everyone! Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Today I want to explain about how to apply for ICF ACC credential. So yesterday I finally submitted my application for ICF ACC credential. ICF stands for International Coach Federation, and ACC means Associate Certified Coach. For ICF coaching credential, there are 3 different levels. So it starts from Associate Certified Coach, and the next is Professional Certified Coach, and Master MCC, Master Certified Coach. So I tried with the very first one. And the reason I chose ICF, there are so many different coaching federations, associations, but it seems like ICF was more accepted in the United States and Japan, so I chose ICF. The reason I chose ACC was no choice, that was where I began. But there are different paths you can take. One is called ACTP and one is called ACSTH. And there's another one called portfolio path, but I didn't consider that path, so I'm gonna compare these two. So ACTP has mentor coaching part already included, so it's more expensive and it takes longer. And ACSTH is more for the actual course, and mentor coaching is separated. So you have to do 10 hours of mentor coaching separate. So ACTP you need 60 hours of coach specific training and 100 hours of actual coaching experience and performance evaluation, which has to be recorded, submitted, and also transcribed. And then the last one is kind of like test, coach knowledge assessment. And ACSTH has 10 hours of mentor coaching on top of these requirements. So for me, the first goal back in 2016 when I wanted to actually go into coaching field was I just wanted to get certified. I just wanted to call myself certified coach first before I get ICF credentials. Because in the coaching field, yes, there are so many different coaching federations or associations that give you these credentials, but also it's not required. Many coaches do it without these credentials, but you can call yourself a coach after you finish some coaching companies' programs. And the one I joined was certified. The program was certified by ICF. That's why the program I joined was ACSTH program. So what I wanted to do is, as long as you join this certified coaching program, then you can say that I am a certified coach under this company's program. So that was my first intention. And back then I was a single mom and I had a son who was fighting cancer, so I didn't have enough budget. So ACTP tends to be more expensive than ACSTH. So I decided that I will first invest in ACSTH program, which is financially easier for me to start and also less time to get the certificate. So there are many programs even for this ACSTH, but I chose this program by Coachmastersacademy, and I attended their program in Bangkok. So it had 4 days of intensive face-to-face program, and then after that followed by online meeting by Zoom. So we did group coaching, or we did actual hands-on coaching practices, and by the end of the year I finished everything. The reason I chose Coachmastersacademy was, to be honest, back then I didn't have enough money, or I wasn't rich, or I wasn't having stable income, so I chose the cheapest program, which was certified by ICF, and which was ACSTH. And even they offer different programs depending on different programs in different parts of the world, but the one in Bangkok was the cheapest, I believe, back then, comparing other countries. And I had a fellow coach friend who kindly offered her place for me to stay, so I could save money. So that's why I chose Bangkok Coachmastersacademy's program, solely because of financial reason. But so I attended face to face, and it was really nice. They had a really nice community. The participants become really close, and I still get in touch with their participants and also the coaches who gave lectures. So I like their community. They have great hospitality or bonding, so I really enjoyed it. And so, but then finishing the coursework itself is easy. So I got the certification, and since then I've been, doing coaching, and I was officially able to say I'm a coach. But the harder part for me was, the next hurdle was, I had to do more than 100 hours of coaching hours. And I was already doing coaching when I was doing intercultural training and programs, because a lot of training companies were shifting from just training to more coaching. But those companies weren't letting me to claim that I am doing the coaching hours because of the personal information confidentiality. So what I had to do is, I'm already doing coaching, but I had to find my own client who agrees to let me put their names on the list and information. So that was difficult for me because I couldn't leverage the actual coaching hours that I had been doing, but I had to find new clients, new hours. And on top of that, out of 100 hours, back then, 75 hours had to be paid coaching hours. Right now, because of the COVID situation, now the requirement is only 70 hours, but when I started, it was 75 hours. And so for me, because when I was working for training company, they have the rate and I get paid for those coaching hours. But when I do it on my own, I have to price my own hours. And that was really my fear, or the challenging part. I guess anyone who is trying to transition from working for company to doing it on your own, like pricing is the difficult part, and so it was for me. So at first I couldn't even give price to my coaching sessions, so I started with pro bono, and also it was like I asked the participant, how much would you invest in yourself, how much would you like to pay. So the lowest I did was $3 per hour, and then I gradually, as I went, increased the time, gradually I felt comfortable to say, yeah, this is $50 per hour, this is $60 per hour. So the maximum I went for my own program is, for individual coaching, is $100 per hour. So inside of me, I felt like, yes, I have this certification from this coaching program, but I am still not ICF certified ACC, so it is still a hurdle for me to charge, let's say 150 or 200 or 300 for me, whereas I do receive that much money from these programs or coaching programs that I work for other companies, because they set the price. And so I understand. So it's easier for me to do 1 hour, 200 or 300 hours, but when it comes to like just me selling or putting the price, it's the fear, which I think I need to still keep facing as an entrepreneur. But that was the hard part, because setting the price is one thing, is another thing is you have to accumulate 100 hours as soon as possible, and you have to negotiate with people. If you set the price too high, then you might not get clients. So that was really challenging, but at the same time it was a really good base beginning for me to kind of train my entrepreneur muscle. So that was one challenge that I had to overcome. And I can admit that, after doing more than 100 hours, I feel more comfortable talking about this. And the second hurdle was 10-hour mentor coaching. First of all, still financially I was not stable, so paying for mentor coaching was a lot, and in my personal life so many things happened. So at some point I got kind of I lost the momentum, and I wasn't motivated enough to find my mentor. But I found a great mentor in Malaysia, and I was able to receive really supportive and warm, nice mentorship from my mentor. So 10 hours, and I did 4 different coaching sessions. I recorded, and I analyzed, and she taught me skills, what I should do, so that we were able to find one recording that we can submit. I mean, we found 2 recordings that we can submit to ICF credential, and I chose one out of it. So yes, I think mentor coaching, receiving mentor coaching itself wasn't so much of a challenge, but I guess like the hurdle was like finding the mentor, and starting the program was the hardest. And the next hurdle was, okay, I got the recorded session, and every time you really face your coaching skills by listening and analyzing, and that's hard too. But the last part was you need to transcribe the coaching session, and I was suggested to use online program that automatically transcribes, but of course there's gonna be some mistakes, so I had to go through and fix the errors. But again, this I could have ordered someone for, I could have paid and asked them to do the work. But I thought, during my graduate school time I did conversation analysis, discourse analysis, so I'm used to transcribing, so it should be fine. But it was really different to transcribe when I was graduate student, when transcribing was my actual study, to I have my professional work and house chore and everything else plus transcribing. It was really hard to find the time to transcribe, so that was another hurdle that kept me kind of longer before I actually submit the application. If I can make recommendation, I would recommend you to just pay and let someone do it for you in short time. And the application fee for this accactpath is $300 for ICF member. I'm a member, so I paid $300, which is not a big deal right now, but if it was 4 years ago, it would have been really, really tough for me. So it could have even pushed even later. For non-ICF members, it's $500, and estimate time for the review to be completed is 14 weeks. So all I need to do is wait for that. And yeah, right now I'm done with applications, so I don't mind waiting. So it took 4 years, almost 4 years, maybe 3.5 years. And yes, it took longer than I expected. I could have done so much earlier, but I don't regret it. well, to some people it sounds like an excuse, but I had to face a lot of difficulties in my personal life. So I'm more proud of myself, although it took really long time and there were so many challenges, I didn't give up. I moved little by little, but I had persistence, perseverance to move on, and finally I submitted. So I'm so proud. So what would I have done differently now? I'm thinking. So for some of you who need advice if you want to start coaching career, first of all, when I choose path, I'm gonna choose ACTP path, even if it's more expensive, because if you look back, I spent more time and money on mentor coaching, and it was a hurdle to move on. But ACTP includes that. So once you are in the program, ACTP program, you don't have to worry about doing mentor coaching separately. And it might be financially burden to you, but for some of you, it might end up cheaper, saving so much time and energy. So I would choose ACTP. And what else would I have done differently is I think, transcription. When you prepare transcription, pay someone again. This one is, financially you're gonna spend a lot, but you're gonna save a lot of time and energy, so that can shorten your application procedure. I think these are the part that you can shorten by using your financial investment. And I am sure once you get the certification, once you start coaching, you can receive the money back. Receive the money. You will make money. So I'm not too worried about investing. I think one of the things going through this coaching certification taught me is you need to invest in yourself a lot in this field, because we are not in the business where you buy some materials and make it and sell it. It's all about you and your presence and your knowledge, your skill that you are providing as service. So the more you invest in yourself, I believe the more you receive. And if you have the fear of trying spending money to join coaching program or getting mentor, it takes really long time to get to the point you want to get. And believing that investing in yourself later that you receive profit or abundance is the most important key. So if you have fear, I totally understand, but in the end, I'm sure as long as you put your effort too, then you will get return. So if you are thinking about starting coaching career or any career, I want to ask you, what's your fear? What's holding you back? Thank you for listening to my YouTube channel. See you next time.